All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is Corey here in the Weather Center. We've got a couple new features here on the live stream. We're going to test it out. Hopefully, everything goes pretty smoothly. So, looks like everything's working pretty good. If you guys don't care to give me an audio check real quickly, make sure everything's working fine. I've got my mic turned up. So, you guys just let me know if audio sounds good. And as long as I get that confirmation, we'll get started. You guys are looking at a live image here from downtown Greensburg on the square. Square's booming as usual. I got some high clouds off there in the distance. Could see some isolated shower activity here as we progress later into this evening. We'll get into that here in just a second. So let's go ahead and get started with some of the latest information here from the Storm Prediction Center. Let me switch this over here real quick. And boom. So this is the latest Storm Prediction Center outlook. This is for today. We'll look at the latest futurecast here in just a second, but you guys can see the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted pretty much all of our local area here, the Greene, Taylor, surrounding county area, in that marginal risk, which is in the green that we see here. That is the lowest severe weather risk, so not looking at any major severe weather or anything like that for tonight. But the National Weather Service is stating that storms will likely develop along a warm front, lifting from southwest to northeast sometime around sunset. So here in the next hour or so, and you could see those clouds start to develop there on the Greensburg Skycam here just a few minutes ago. So the main time with those storms should be from 9 p.m. To 3 a.m. So 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. This evening. Any storm that does develop could see main threats would be hail, gusty winds, heavy rain, and lightning. Again, not looking at any type of major severe weather outbreak for tonight, but there is definitely some storms on the table. So tomorrow, here's the latest outlook from the Storm Prediction Center tomorrow. Now, half of the area is in this level 2, which is a slight risk. Storm Prediction Center has actually moved that risk down just a little bit. So we haven't really been in a severe weather risk for tomorrow, but the Storm Prediction Center on the latest update did include us. So most of tomorrow is going to be warm and dry. So, we're not looking at storms throughout the day or anything like that. Should be relatively clear for the majority of the day tomorrow. Storms will develop or could develop towards the evening and into the nighttime hours. If those storms develop, there will be severe storms as possible. So what we're looking at for tomorrow is there is expected to be a capping feature over a lot of the area, which is basically a blanket on the atmosphere that does not allow storms to rise. If storms can't rise, the storms basically are suffocated out. Can't really get any traction with any type of storms with that cap in place. So that's what we're looking at for tomorrow. We're looking at for that cap to stay in place, but any storms that do develop will be capable of producing large hail, locally damaging winds, heavy rainfall, and even an isolated tornado. So confidence is very low. It's kind of a wait and see type thing for tomorrow. But again, that will be mainly late tomorrow evening into tomorrow night for any type of severe weather here in the local area. Now, we're going to get into Friday. Friday, I think, has a very high chance of severe weather here in the local area. This is the latest update from the Storm Prediction Center. So if we zoom out here just a little bit, you guys can see, if you look to your north and west, pretty much the areas right along the Ohio River have already been upgraded to that level 3 category. Storm Prediction Center updated that here just earlier this afternoon. So timing and exact location is going to depend on how the storms on Thursday develop, how Thursday kind of plays out. So obviously we're not going to know that until Thursday gets here. So if we have a weaker or a non-existent first wave, this is going to allow for stronger storms Friday into late afternoon and into Friday evening. So basically, if we don't see any type of weather during the Friday morning period, then as we head into Friday afternoon, Friday evening, we'll probably see much stronger storms here in the area. So regardless, probably going to see several waves of severe weather on Friday. Obviously, as we get a little bit closer, we'll be able to fine tune those details. So, damaging winds, large, very large hail is going to be a big deal for any type of storm that develops on Friday. Very large hail going to be a big deal. Tornadoes, some potentially strong, is possible on Friday. So I zoomed the map out here just a little bit. Again, all of the local area, if we zoom in here, all the local areas in that level 2 risk here from the Storm Prediction Center. But if you zoom out and look at the big picture, a big level 3 risk up here from Missouri into Illinois, up into Indiana, and then even the southwestern part of Ohio. This will get expanded as we get a little bit closer. There's no doubt in my mind that this enhanced risk will encompass much of Kentucky before it's all said and done. This will probably be upgraded even into a level 4 category for at least portions of this area. Not sure if central Kentucky will get in that, but we'll be close. We'll be very close, especially if depending on how it all works out. So, with that being said, let's look at the Futurecast radar here. That way you guys we can get a little bit better of an idea of how this will play out here as we progress here over the next 3 days. So this is the latest information from the NAM model. So this is as we progress into this afternoon. We start to see a little bit of development this afternoon. Again, nothing too significant here across the area. We see some stronger thunderstorm activity develop up here towards the Lexington area. Again, the placement of these storms is not going to be exact. This is just giving you an idea of how the radar could unfold as we progress later on into tonight. But basically could see some strong storms develop here across the central Kentucky area. Again, not looking at anything significant or major severe weather outbreak or anything like that. And then as we progress into tomorrow, again, much of the day is going to be relatively dry. This is 9 a.m. tomorrow. Not looking at really anything going on. Maybe an isolated storm as we get into the afternoon hours. But again, nothing really showing up during the day tomorrow. It's tomorrow night that we start to see some thunderstorm development up there in the Illinois area along the Ohio River. This is 10 p.m. tomorrow night. Again, we'll have to kind of see and wait to see how this evolves. But with the latest information from the NAM, doesn't really show anything significant developing during the day tomorrow. So again, we're going to have that capping in place. If that cap stays strong, we probably will not see any type of storm activity tomorrow. But we will keep an eye on that and see how tomorrow unfolds. Friday, this is 2 a.m. Friday morning. Okay. Again, Friday is going to be our big severe weather day. I need everybody to really pay attention to all the latest weather information as we progress into Friday. Friday could be a big deal here in central Kentucky. So this is Friday morning, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. There is at least a little bit of storm activity in the area. Again, not expecting anything major as far as any type of severe weather on Friday morning, but there could be a strong storm in the central Kentucky area. This is 8 a.m., 9 a.m. We see some storm activity develop. Again, some of these storms could become strong. Maybe an isolated severe storm is possible. Keep an eye on it. But this is 10, 11, and then by noon, pretty much everything clears out. We stay relatively quiet. And then as we progress into Friday evening and into Friday night, if you look to your northwest across Illinois, we start to see a lot of thunderstorm development take place. This thunderstorm development is going to basically congeal into a line. You see this storm development kind of out ahead of the line, just to the north of Clarksville, just to the west of Bowling Green around 8 p.m. on Friday. Any storm that develops out ahead of the main line will be capable of producing tornadic activity, very large hail, but that's where you're going to get your better tornadic threat. So that's what we're going to be watching in addition to this line of severe storm activity really plowing across the state as we head into Friday evening, Friday night. This line really gets its act together around 10 p.m. Again, this line it will have all the capabilities of producing damaging winds, extremely large hail, and isolated tornadoes as this line pushes through the state Friday evening into Friday night. This line pretty much moves across the whole state and is out of the central Kentucky area by around midnight to 1 a.m. on late Friday night, early Saturday morning. So that's the latest information there from the NAM model. So again, we'll go back over here real quickly to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. And again, I can't stress enough, Friday could be a big severe weather day here in the central Kentucky area. So the Storm Prediction Center does have that level 3 just to our north, right along the Ohio River, and then stretching across from Missouri into Illinois, Indiana, and the southwestern part of Ohio. But again, this will get expanded to the south. I do expect much of Kentucky to be in that level 3 enhanced risk tomorrow. Then eventually, I do believe the level 4 moderate risk will be issued for at least portions of Kentucky, and I would not be surprised to see Central Kentucky in that level 4 moderate risk before it's all said and done. So that's all I have for you guys this evening. Real quickly, I do want to thank my sponsors. You guys see my sponsors down here at the bottom right: A Plus Comfort Care, Wayne Holdings LLC, Gupton Landrum Funeral Home, and Lisa Kearns Realty. So definitely want to thank my sponsors. But again, I'll keep you guys weather aware. Stay up to date with all the latest weather information. It doesn't have to be from me. It can be from anybody that does weather here in Central Kentucky. But I'll definitely keep you guys updated as we progress closer to Friday with all the latest weather information. Until then, this is Corey here in the Weather Center with the Big Dog and G&G Productions. Thank you.